This one we're going doing a Forkin delicious steak sandwich with Béarmaise sauce. So we both love Béarnaise sauce with steak, right? But there's a bit of a rigmarole to making
effort of making it.
Effort,
just the effort.
Yeah, it's just the effort. So what we looked for here is to make something that will taste maybe like it, maybe look like it. It should taste a bit like it as well. So we'll come to that and we'll show you in a while what that's going to involve. But in the meantime, we're going to get our ribeye steak seasoned and get that cooking. And I'm going to be at the same time cooking some red onion, white onion, and some chestnut mushrooms. So we get started.
Let's go.
Yep, let's go. Just to go through the prep for this very quickly. There's some rocket. This is some horseradish butter. This is some mayonnaise that we're going to make into that Béarmaise with some French's, you know, the American sweet mustard. And this is our reduction. The reduction here is with white wine vinegar, red onions, tarragon, black pepper, and I also have some lemon juice in there as well, and some lemon zest. And I actually put in a few slices of lemon as well, just to give it that really tart sourness. I cook that down till almost the vinegar is almost gone. And then I add, I'm going to add the three of them together. And if you can actually mix them together and let them soak for 30 or 40 minutes, they develop the flavour even better. All right? So Noel's going to start now by cooking the steak. So he's taking, we've a nice 32-day aged, isn't it? 32 days.
Ribeye.
Dry aged ribeye. And we've a nice cast iron pan for that.
So now this is just a bit of a spice mix that we have here. It is a salt, garlic, pepper, and it has some activated charcoal in it. It works nice, it gives kind of that barbecued flavour without actually having a barbecue. So, straight in. And then season the top of it. And I'm just going to turn this down a small bit now.
I'll just pay it on to you. And so at the same time while this steak is cooking, I'm just going to start off these onions and mushrooms. All right.
Whenever you're cooking that in hot oil as well, always turn it away from you in case the oil splits.
Now, so we have these on. So I have some Maldon sea salt here, which I love. Say nothing. And I put a small bit on the steak there as well because I love it on the steak. Gives that lovely crunch on it. And while I'm waiting here, I have 2 slices of sourdough. And I'm just going to get them ready for Noel because he's going to add them into the... He's going to cook these a little bit in the frying pan where he has the steak later on. So I have a little bit of rapeseed oil. Just going to bruise that a small little bit and just brush this on it. You'd be surprised how much flavour this gives. I'm going to do it on both sides.
So how do you like your steak cooked?
Oh, now that's the question. I like mine sort of medium rare, really medium rare, medium. And what about Shauna? What do you? Medium?
Yeah, medium. All the way.
I will do this to medium, so will it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a bit of a happy medium.
Yeah, happy medium. Ah.
But I'm done.
You're just going to get a crust and take it off?
Yeah.
That charcoal, it's lovely on them.
Yeah.
Really nice. I'm going to make the Béarnaise sauce while I'm waiting. And so for that, I just have some mayonnaise. And like I said, this is This is the important part here, this part. This is the reduction of the red onions, tarragon, black peppercorn, and white wine vinegar, and some lemon juice. So reducing them till almost all the liquid is gone, all right? And by the time that happens, if you do it nice and slow, the onions will be cooked and will be soft as well, all right? So I'm going to add these to the mayonnaise with some American mustard, French's mustard. It's sweet and it will help counteract the really acid kind of sourness of the vinegar here. Now, I'm not going to put all this in. I'm only going to put in what I think I'll need to flavour this mayonnaise. So I'm going to put in maybe about 2 tablespoons. This will keep for about 3 months in your fridge. Just put a lid on it, leave it in your fridge and use it as you want. It'll be lovely even to add this into some of your onions and mushrooms if you're frying it for a steak, or even just some of this put on top of your steak would be lovely as a little kind of garnish and a little something different. So I have here the onions. I'm just going to mix this up.
So now as well, at the same time as he's doing that, that steak is ready, so I'm just going to take it out and leave it rest. Generally when you're cooking a steak or any meat, you'd want to leave it rest for at least half the amount of time that it took to cook it. That's what kind of helps you with that tenderization. It kind of, once you take it out of the pan, the meat tightens up, and then as time goes on, it'll loosen out a bit more.
Now, I'm hoping that this will be enough of the French's in here to give us that kind of BéarNaise kind of colour, which I think it is. Also, when you do that with I use dried tarragon, by the way, because dried tarragon has a much better
Depth of flavour in it.
Depth of flavour, especially when you're going to put into something for a long time. Usually tarragon, if you're using fresh tarragon, you add it at the end of something because it kind of dies. But it's like the tarragon rehydrates and gives it a great flavour. So I'll try some BéarNaise. I might need salt and pepper now. That's not bad.
No, that doesn't.
You sure?
Need that. Doesn't need that.
I think it's very tasty.
Yeah.
Shauna, do you want to try some BéarNaise?
One.
Um,
Taste.
There you go.
It's lovely.
Nice,
It's
lemony.
lovely.
Kind of a bit,
Fresh.
yeah, fresh, kind of a
Yeah.
bit sharpy as well. Love it. BéarNaise is a success. Going to add a small little bit of steak sauce here. Now in the recipe, I've said there in the description, I've said you can use some steak sauce, you can use some A1 sauce. What's the other sauce I said you could use?
Oh, Worcestershire sauce.
Actually, I didn't have a lot of A1 sauce there, or steak sauce, so I'm going to add in a little bit of
What's that?
Can you pronounce it?
that's Lee and Perrings. Like that. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce.
Okay, so this is the cast iron that I cooked the steak in. I just used a bit of kitchen paper to remove the oil, but I didn't give it a wash out. As you can see, all the residual fats and flavour from the steak is inside in that pan. So what do you have there then, JJ?
Fodder. I have, in this here, I have a small bit of horseradish and butter just mixed together, soften the butter a bit, just mixed it with the horseradish cream. And I'm going to use that as the butter on the bread there in a minute. And it's going to add another layer of flavour to this. So what we're looking for is a nice little bit of colour. So we've turned that up a small bit now, and we'll just see that colouring up. Do you want to cut that steak?
Yep. So now that the steak is rested, I'm just going to slice it. Have a bit of malt and salt as well, just to finish it off.
Just handy with a spoon to butter than having to use a knife. We have a little bit of rocket here. I'm just going to give it a little shot of rapeseed oil. Putting on the BéarNaise sauce on top of the horseradish butter. Now just a little bit of rocket, there's just a little bit of rapeseed oil going through it. And I'm just going to give a little crunch of salt on each one.
There is a slight method to this as well, isn't there? The reason you're putting the salad on it first is because it's going to stop all the juices from going down and making the bread too soggy.
Yeah, exactly.
So now just on top of the rocket, I am putting the 2 types of onions and the chestnut mushrooms that have been sautéed and finished with a steak sauce.
Or a bit of Worcestershire. Alright. So then we can arrange our steak, which was cooked medium at somebody's request. So now this is the BéarNaise sauce going on top. Put a bit of this rocket on our board.
Okay, so now here on this board, this is our steak sandwich with BéarNaise. The other components of it are some horseradish butter, some rocket, 2 types of onions and chestnut mushrooms cooked in a bit of steak sauce or Worcestershire sauce.
Which is it?
And JJ, what is it?
This is our Forkin delicious steak sandwich with BéarNaise sauce.